Welcome back, guys. Automotive Inc. here. Today, again, we're doing more work on the Avalanche. Pulled the seat out so we can do some repairs and or replace the cushions with the kit I bought. But first things first, let's check out this nasty ass seat. So typically people will clean as far as they can see, right? So I spilled some coffee, whatever that is. The sides are all gross. Now I'm going to link below how I remove the seat. Go check out that video so you can see how nasty this was inside, because I've already cleaned off the bottom and detailed it, but you got to go see that video. It's going to be linked below because it was so freaking hairy. But because we have it out, this is going to be the easiest way to show you guys how I'm going to clean the seat. Again, you can see just how gross it is. Now, typically, once I've got this vehicle deep cleaned, I'll use Johnson's baby soap after that, not always the Dawn. But when we got work like this to do, we have to use the Dawn. The Johnson's baby bar actually puts a little bit of oil back into it. It gives it a nice feel, a nice smell. But we're gonna clean this up with that and just show you how good it comes. And again, it's just gonna be soapy water, warm soapy water. So if you watched any of my other videos on how to get dog hair out of the carpet and clean the carpet, you can see a pattern here. You don't have to go spend hundreds of dollars on cleaning supplies that are chemicals and have irritants and stuff in there. And most of that stuff's just not good for anything. Some of it really cuts into the grease. I've heard somebody say they use Kaboom on their seat. I don't think I'd use that on leather. So we're gonna use basically natural stuff, warm water, so it opens up the pores of the surface, lifts up grease a little bit better. But let's get this thing soapy and see how she cleans up. All right, here are my weapons of choice. A bucket of warm water as hot as you can stand it. I got my car sponge here. This I don't typically use on seats because it's scrubby, but you can use the sponge side. A soft fingernail brush, a terry cloth rag, and I usually have a clean bucket here. So I've already started doing some other work in the car with this, just wiping off firewall panels and stuff. So we're gonna take this, and my favorite one is this one. Because really bubbles are good, and we're going to just saturate the heck out of this, guys. And when you get down to these trailing edges right here, you know, if you want to lighten up on squeezing out the water, you can, but get it good and soapy and then let it sit on there for a few. And like I said, I'm going to use this to clean everything, these metal plates, the electrical panel, and I'm probably still going to replace this seat versus repair it. But you can see right here how it's already lifting that brown off, and I haven't even got to my actual scrubbing. This is just light. You can see my hand, it's so pretty, just flinging back and forth here, and how much it took off. All right, and then you can rinse that out, and then grab your fingernail brush here. I said I'm going to link all this stuff down below so you can find it on the Zahn. Less than $8 for the tools, and you can use these tools on literally everything. And then if you want, you can use them for other household stuff if you want. But this one, this came as a 2-pack, so we put the other one up in the shower to clean our actual fingernails. But everybody says, oh, you know, I use Armor All. I hate Armor All. I despise it. I think it's a very nasty, greasy product. I do not like it. My dad used to swear by it, and then after a while I got him on my Johnson's baby bar, and the rest was history, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so that's less than, the video is only 3 minutes long, and most of that's been me Jack John. So look at that, guys. Now you can keep scrubbing and get in every one of these pores, and the tools themselves are not going to hurt your seat. If you're just going crazy with it, sure, I'm sure you could find some way to jack it up. But you can see right here, it lifted that up with just barely any scrubbing. And a lot of these seats will take a little bit more scrubbing depending on how deep the texture is, because we have to get the soap into that. So don't be afraid to get it super, super sudsy. And if one tool's not working, like this sponge, if it's not working, grab the terry cloth towel. I'm not going to bore you with me scrubbing this whole damn seat, but you can see what's little effort. I'm going to go ahead and flip the seat up here. You can see it's brown. The headrest is gross. Now you can't take out wear patterns, of course. And if you need to vacuum the cracks of the seat before you get going, I'd highly encourage you to do that. But you can see all of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in about, half hour of me scrubbing this. I'm going to show you how clean it came with just my soapy water. So check back in just a few, guys. All right, so you can see we got the headrest cleaned up. That cleaned up nicely. So again, this is why you want all of the tools, the little fingernail brushes, because you have so many textures. So it's still a little damp. You can see how gray this is. All of that dark gray material is oils and dirt and everything like that. So it came really clean. It only took me about 25 minutes to clean it. So obviously you guys are not going to take your seat out to do this, but because this is worn so bad here, cracked and stuff, repairs don't work very well, so I'm going to replace this. I wanted to show you, here's where I really designated some time on scrubbing. You can get all this out, and imagine a black seat, you're not even going to see this. So again, just Dawn dish soap, some elbow grease, half hour of your time. You do this here and there each time. Eventually you get all of it out, or you can just dedicate an afternoon of cleaning the driver's seat. That's usually the ones that's the grimiest and grossest. So I'm going to call this good because I'm going to go ahead and replace this back cushion and this top cushion with this. But as you can see, this is the new one, and how clean that came right there. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's definitely something that you guys can give a shot, and it's super easy. And then again, you're going to want to check back. I'm doing a chronological cleanup detail of this truck that we picked up, and now I'm going to do the seat repair, so there'll be a separate video on that. If you're interested in doing that, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when that one comes up. And that's how we're going to clean this whole car. And then, like I said, I do my final Johnson's Baby Bar just to put a little bit of oils back in it. But yeah, so we're going to get crack-a-lacking on that. Appreciate you guys stopping by, and we'll catch you on the next one.